転送。 Fools.
Fill in the blank. Pie in the what?
Horse.
Name a color in a traffic light.
Red.
Yeah. Let's go, Snoop. Sure hope we get down to that one, because I don't know what the hell you said. But sure hope we make it to that one. We need 59. We ask 100 women, how much does your purse weigh? You said 3 pounds. Survey said 5 pounds was the #1 answer. We need 51. Name a salad dressing you find in most salad bars. You said French. Survey said? All right. Ranch was the #1 answer. We need 30 points. Name something that happens in the month of April. You said April Fool's Day. Survey said? Well, sometimes God hears and answers prayers. I now get to find out what the hell he said. We need 1 point. Fill in the blank. Pie in the what the hell did you say? What? In the what? Pie in the horse. Folks, when your brain cells have when your brain cells have suffered a little bit, you're going to have moments like this. This is going to be on YouTube. Because Snoop just said, pie in the horse. The hell is he talking about? Cells have suffered a little bit. Cells have in the horse. Folks, when your brain cells have when your brain cells have suffered a little bit, you're gonna have moments like this. This is going to be on YouTube. Because Snoop just said, pie in the horse. The hell is he talking about?
side will survive, never die. Now you feeling my flow, what I mean? No doubt that you feel it like I do. Don't let a chance like this pass by you. A combo like you and me is meant to be. Fly across the board. A combo you and me, can you see? Come on. Let's fly across the board. A combo you and me, baby. Come on. Let's fly across the board. If we try side by side, we'll survive, never die. Fly across the board. Sonic Speed! Sonic Speed!
When Sonic Colors came out in 2010, everyone marked that as Sonic's return to glory. Sonic getting back on track after the abysmal Sonic 06, and again, Sonic Unleashed's mixed reviews. Sonic Generations took what Colors had and put it alongside the return of classic Sonic and his 2D-focused gameplay in 2011. All three of the experience being that
Sonic Speed!
Ooh, is that like a new Yoshiaki! I remember this guy because he did the Mario Odyssey bit in the Switch presentation back in January. Oh, there a headline? Hey, Pikmin, is that Pikmin? What happened? Oh, Pikmin with this. They're like trying to take out as much 3D here at this amiibo. Zelda. Oh, the leaked amiibo. Majora's Mask. Finally! July 21st. Finally? Jesus. 2 years. I think the mummy guy is OP. Because, I mean, he could take a lot of damage and he can heal himself. Wait, what? Min. Using ramen in martial arts? What? I like this chick already. Can you have sex with the dragon like in Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid? I'm gonna say this game is gonna come out in late May. Either late May or early June. Somewhere in that time frame. Splatoon, either July or August. Late July. Oh god, there's Battle Royale. Oh lord. That's a lot of Joy-Cons. That is a lot of Joy-Cons. June 16th. I was close with the early June. It was like, it's mid-June. So like, ooh, yellow Joy-Cons. Neon yellow. So almost right after E3, ARMS is gonna come out. 99% of the world, that's right. Takashi said this before. Earlier in the day. I didn't think they mentioned Sonic Forces. Ooh! Ooh! New stages! Ooh! That was not Generations, that was new gameplay. Ooh! New stages! Ooh! I didn't think they mentioned Sonic Forces. Ooh! Ooh! New stages! Ooh! That was not Generations, that was new gameplay. Who the hell is that a cat? Who the hell is that a cat? Was that a cat? What the heck was that? Was that Fang? Is this the Splatoon equivalent of zombies? Yo, is this the Splatoon equivalent of zombies from Call of Duty Black?
Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Nintendo Switch. Game rated everyone 10 and up.
third chapter. The superheroes are all here. Who will rise to the top? Zero.
Game Boy Advance.
俺を目覚めさせてどうしようって言った。
ゼロから始まる衝撃の新シリーズロックマンゼロ。
カプコン。
Game Boy Advance.
生きてやるロックマンゼロ3。
カプコン。
すべての争いの引き金は私が引いたものでした。姿を消した本物の X の代わりにと X のコピーを作ったのは私。遺跡からゼロを目覚めさせたのも私。そしてゼロは私たちの元を去りました。私たちを守るために X と戦うために引き金を引いてしまったのは私。けれど行き着く未来は私には分かりません。いいえ、おそらくは誰にも。
知っているかいゼロ。人間は今までにないほどの繁栄を取り戻した。かつて君やオリジナルの X でさえ気づくことのできなかった真のパラダイスがこの世に誕生したんだ。この僕のおかげでね。
無実のレプリロイドまでも大量に処理して得た平和か。
お前もこの世界も全てまがいものだな。
君は僕の想像通り愉快な人だね。君のような人と楽しい時間を過ごせて本当に良かったよ。
弱い
なんだと？
な。オリジナルの X そんなに弱かったのか。
金ネタレプリロイドめ、僕を侮辱したことを後悔させてやる。僕の真の力をお前に見せてやろう。
記憶はなくしたが、体はかつての友を覚えているようだ。X はもっと強かった。
僕はなぜだ。僕は英雄じゃなかったのか。
今少しだけ思い出した。あいつはお前みたいに単純なやつじゃない。いつも悩んでばかりの意気地なしだったさ。だからこそ奴は英雄になれたんだ。
お前だけは許さん。道連れにしている。
間に合うか。
あの日を境にネオアルカディアからの攻撃は少なくなりました。今私たちは攻撃を受けた拠点を捨て、あてもなく荒野をさまよっています。それは全ての過ちを正すための新たな道を探す旅。地平線に沈む太陽をつかもうとするような長い長い道のり。でも信じています。太陽はいつかまた昇ることを。そしてゼロ、あなたはきっとどこかで同じ太陽を見ていることを。 燃えるような赤いボディ、たなびく黄金の髪、そして私たちでは歯が立たなかったゴーレムをあっという間に切り捨てた光る剣。もうダメだと思っていました。全てが無駄になるかもって震える毎日でした。そう、私の目の前に彼が立つその瞬間までは。あなたがあの伝説のゼロなのね。
ゼロ、俺の名前か。思い出せ。
無理やり起こしてしまってごめんなさい。お願い、あなたの力を借りたいの。
俺がそのゼロじゃなかったらどうする？
私にとってはあなたはもうゼロなのよ。人がネオアルカディアという名の理想郷にすがり、罪なきレプリロイドを処分していく悲しい時代。私はネオアルカディアに追われるレプリロイドたちと共に伝説の遺跡へと向かっていました。私たちの唯一の希望、そう、あの伝説のレプリロイドが眠るあの遺跡へ。ここが伝説の遺跡なの？
来る。俺に構うな。
声が聞こえる。誰なの？
俺を目覚めさせてどうしようっていうんだ。
今の声は一体。
どうした？
何でもないわ。先を急ぎましょう。ゼロ、助けて。お願い、助けて。人がネオアルカディアという名の理想郷にすがり、あの伝説のレプリロイドが
Aloha! I am the Great Clement, and now we're on Mega Man X, and we've begun the X series. I wasn't going to do the X series, but recently I found the Mega Man X collection in the bargain bin, and, you know, I've been playing that a lot, and it just sort of gave me this rush, and you know what? I figured, fine, I'll do it. But strictly, I'm just doing the first 3 X games on the Super Nintendo. If I should be getting better at X4, X5, X6, and X7, I'll do those too, and X8, but I have to play X8 to do that. And, yeah. But nevertheless, this is the X series, and, hope you enjoy it. I know this game's been done to death, but hopefully I'll make it more interesting. So the X series takes place 100 years in the future, and this is our main character, Mega Man X. Most people just call him X for short because, you know, he's not really the Mega Man we know and love. X is the first of a new generation of robots which contain an innovative new feature, the ability to think, feel, and make their own decisions. Yeah, robots have advanced to the point where they could make the decision, hey, I don't like humans. You know what? I think I'm gonna fucking kill them. So it's up to these group of robots known as, or group of Reploids as they're known in the future, to take them down. And they are the Maverick Hunters. Maverick Hunters' jobs are to stop Mavericks from doing whatever bad things they do. And being a Maverick doesn't necessarily mean that you'll kill humans. I think it also means you're going against the law, you're doing something else. You're doing illegal drug trading or some bullshit. I don't know. But Mavericks, they aren't good robots. They're doing bad shit. Anyway, X was built a long freaking time ago, and his creator didn't get to see him built. His creator, of course, being Thomas Light, Dr. Light, the old scientist we know and love from the classic series. Mega Man X was found by a similar doctor named Dr. Kane, and Dr. Kane took the data of Mega Man X and managed to build the Reploid race all by himself. So we can blame Dr. Kane for all the enemies we're fighting. But he's also the guy who woke us up and the guy we're working for. And he's a gentle human being. He's not like Dr. Wily, so, you know, it's a little bit of a paradox there. And I just want to say that intro was by far the most annoying intro ever of all time. An alarm with scrolling text. Woo! I'm psyched to play the game, yeah. Nevertheless, this is Mega Man X, this is the intro stage, and it's kick-ass. So is the music. And so what's different about Mega Man X from the classic series? Well, for one, he doesn't have the slide like classic Mega Man does, but Mega Man X can climb walls, which is going to be so freaking useful and mandatory for certain boss fights. See, with the X series, you have to get this hurdle out of your head. You got to keep remembering that you can dodge attacks by climbing walls, and it's a damn good idea to do so. He also has a dash move that he's going to get later in the game, but we don't have it yet. Every other X game besides X1 starts off with the dash attack, because they figured, you know what, it's such a useful ability. We can't imagine the game without it, so Mega Man X just automatically has the dash next time. But it's great for speeding along, it's great for speeding off walls. It's a so useful ability. Other than that, though, Mega Man is pretty much the same guy we know from the classic series. He's still blue, he still has his X-Buster, which blows the shit out of things. He can charge it up. In fact, he can charge it up a little bit and shoot a green shot, and then he can charge it up a lot and shoot a blue shot. So he has different levels of damage he can actually give out. He has a built-in energy equalizer, so if he picks up weapon energy in his normal blue form, whatever is the least filled weapon will be filled, which is kick-ass, because usually in the classic series you had to buy that. In Mega Man X, he's built with that thing. He's got it automatically. And I don't want to say X is easy, but when he picks up power-ups, holy shit, it heals a lot. It's surprising how much power-ups really help Mega Man X heal. Anyway, the plot of the story, there's a Maverick out there named Sigma, and Sigma was once the leader of the Maverick Hunters, but after a certain encounter with a red robot we know and love, he sort of went batshit insane, and now he thinks that all humans are bad, the world should be nothing but Reploids, let's kill off humanity, and so he needs to be stopped. And who's this gentleman? Must resist Boba Fett joke. This is Vile. Vile is Sigma's henchman, and he's in a giant mech that loves to punch. And Jesus, is he tough to fight. But I'm gonna beat him. I hope. I think I'm gonna beat him this time. I have a lot of trouble with this guy, but I think I'm gonna beat him this time. No, I didn't beat him. This is an unwinnable fight, so don't worry. I don't suck. At least I don't think so. You worthless piece of scrap metal. Did you think you could defeat me? Well, yeah. Is that Ron? Oh, yeah. And that's Zero, our buddy. Zero, as I mentioned in the classic series, was built by Dr. Wily, but we'll get into that later. I guess I'm not powerful enough to defeat him. X, you shouldn't expect to defeat him. He is designed to be a war machine. Leave the big fights to the big boys, okay, X? Go play in the sandbox. You're not ready yet. If you had all the abilities you were designed with, you should become stronger. You may even become as powerful as I am. Well, Zero's a bit of a douchebag, I must say. I'll scout ahead and collect as much information on Sigma's fortress as I can. I'll meet up with you when we get there. See you later. X, I know you can do it. Oh, Zero. Always the condescending one. Nevertheless, here's our password screen. Fucking passwords, yet again. And here are the 8 Robot Masters, or I guess I should start calling them Mavericks. And this map screen is very awkward. They have like 3 different buttons. You can choose to look at the stage they're in. You can choose to look at their specs so you know what they're called and how tall or how heavy they are. And you can choose to look at the map to see where in the overall map they are. And apparently they're all just in this one big area. They're not even over the whole planet. So I don't know. But we're going to be taking on Chill Penguin first. In fact, I don't know anyone who doesn't fight Chill Penguin first, mainly because the first upgrade that you can't miss, even if you tried, you can't miss it, is here. And, you know, Chill Penguin is rather easy. Unfortunately, unlike the classic Mega Man series, these Mavericks don't seem to have a bio. What I saw on Mega Man Wiki page was that all they literally had was like, Chill Penguin was a member of the 17th Brigand Units or something bullshit. And then I look at the X2 Mavericks, and they don't even have anything. They don't have anything going for them. So these robots don't really have any personality, and I'm sorry, but they don't have anything going for them. I'm just going to say Chill Penguin is a fat penguin, and in a special anime they made for a PSP game, he was voiced by the same guy who voiced Dr. Wily in the Mega Man Powered Up game. That's the most useless trivia I'm going to give. I'm sorry. Anyway, Chill Penguin stage is pretty easy, and it's a very good first stage. In fact, everyone uses it as first stage, so it's not hard to see why. And look, a capsule! So you've come. That face looks familiar. Dr. Light! X, I gave you the ability to choose your own path in life, and I hope the world would allow you to choose a peaceful one. But now it seems that you are destined to fight. Because I thought the world might need a new champion, I have hidden capsules like this one. Everywhere. Millions of them. If you find them and use them, you'll be able to increase your powers beyond anything the world has ever known. Step into this capsule and receive an acceleration system to boost your speed. Good luck, X. And this is where we finally get the dash. And the dash is awesome because, well, one, we can obviously speed the game up by moving faster. It allows us to fly off walls a lot better. It's good for making certain jumps. And if you dash and shoot, you'll actually shoot more powerful damage. Like, if you did a standing shot, it would be like 1 damage. But if you dashed and shot, then it's like 2 damage. So it's actually a good idea if you want to kill things a lot quicker. I'll see you in part 2. And welcome to part 2 of Mega Man X. So we're still in Chill Penguin stage, and now we're rocking a giant green mech. Not so different from Viles. It punches, it kills, and you don't lose health when you're in it, which is awesome. But it can't really jump high, that's why I had to ditch it back there. But, you know, there's a lot of mechs in every level. Or not every level, but there's a lot of mechs throughout the game, and they're pretty handy to have. But that's about it. Now we're at Chill Penguin. Again, Chill Penguin is an easy maverick to fight first, but he still has an extensive list of moves that he loves to pull off. So he loves to shoot icicles. Those hurt. You want to jump on the walls and, you know, stick to them. Try and dodge them. Every now and then he'll try to freeze up these icicle penguin statues, and he can blow them when he does his little blizzard attack there. And you don't want to be caught when he's actually blowing the ice, because then you can get frozen as well, but if you keep mashing the button, you can break out. And he also does this dash attack where you can't hurt him while he's dashing, but when he stops, easy shot. He can really rough you up if he does enough damage to you, but he's so easy to dodge, that's why a lot of people seem to take him on first. Chill Penguin shouldn't be a problem, and he might kill you the first time you play him, but he's pretty easy. And if you don't fight Chill Penguin first, he is weak against Flame Mammoth stage, because fire melts ice. Ha ha ha, yeah. Not a really complicated boss to beat. Yeah! Don't worry, Mega Man X has not strayed from the classic series that much. We still follow the same formula of beating a Robot Master and then getting his special ability. X gets Shotgun Ice, and Shotgun Ice works like an icicle, and it hits a wall, and then it shatters into other pieces, and it hits all over the area. So it's very useful to have. It's also the exact same weapon that Freeze Man had in Mega Man 7, but I digress. Now I'm taking on Storm Eagle. Storm Eagle is not actually weak against the Shotgun Ice, but in order to make this playthrough a lot more speedy and a lot more convenient, I'm going to take him on now, and, you know, you'll thank me. You'll thank me when this doesn't reach part 10-9. Actually, I don't know how many parts this video is yet. I still have to edit it all. But regardless, now I think I should get into the core difference of why I like the classic series better than the X series. And it's not a bad game. I don't hate the X series because of this, but the power-ups. On the left here, I just picked up a heart tank. Heart tanks increase your health bar, and there are 8 in the whole game. And guess how many Robot Masters there are? 8. So do the math. There's 1 in every level. The reason I don't like the X series over the classic series is because of this. In order to beat the last castles without much effort, you need to find these things. You need to find heart tanks. You need to find sub-tanks. And sub-tanks work like energy tanks, except you get to keep them forever once you find them. And when you use it, you have to refill it by collecting health power-ups. And there's a sub-tank I just picked up right there. So basically, if I'm at full health and I pick up energy, then it goes to my sub-tank and not to me. But if I don't have full health and I pick up energy, then it just goes to me and not the sub-tank. It works like that. So I have 1 and I got it forever. If I keep picking up energy, it'll eventually be filled, and then I can use it when I'm in a tight pinch, much like the energy tanks of the classic series. But anywho, the final levels are so freaking hard in almost every Mega Man X game that if you attempt to beat them without the heart tanks, without the sub-tanks, you're pretty much asking for trouble, and you're pretty much asking to be a... Well, you're an idiot. There's no way around it. You're an idiot. Yes, that's the truth. And over here is another Dr. Light capsule. This capsule contains an enhancement for your helmet, which will allow you to break some ceilings with a headbutt. This is literally only useful in one spot. This is probably the most useless upgrade of all time, because it's only good for one spot, and it's only good for getting a power-up that you can actually get an alternate way. Like, you don't need the headbutt at all. You don't even need it to get the capsule I'm going to be getting in Flame Mammoth stage. It's pretty fucked up. As always, the X heads are your free man. You always want free men, because dying, well, it sucks. It really, really sucks. Also, Storm Eagle, he's a eagle. I'm sorry, I don't know what the hell My commentary is so lacking because I have no bios to give anymore. I used to. The classic robots, they had bios and everything, but I got nothing. Storm Eagle's an eagle. Did you know? But anyway, we finally reached Storm Eagle. A very unique entrance to his boss fight. You actually go up this elevator and then the ship explodes. If you want to go in the correct order, Sting Chameleon is his weakness, but we don't have that. So we're going to have to do it with our trusty Mega Buster, and with the dash we got in Chill Penguin stage, this fight is going to be a lot more bearable. You really need the dash, because he comes swooping out of the sky, either from the left or the right. It always seems to be random for me. And actually, you don't really need a dash to dodge it, but it certainly helps. And basically, you just shoot him every time he passes you. As long as you move left or right, you're going to dodge him either way. And he also has these other moves where he loves to swoop down and shoot an egg, and the egg will hatch, and miniature birds will try and attack you, and you can shoot those down. Well, you better shoot them down, because they're not fun. There they are. He has a move where he tries to blow you away with his wings, and that's about it. Storm Eagle is a good candidate for a robot you want to take on first. He's pretty easy. It's a good thing I'm taking him on second. Yeah, not much going for Storm Eagle. Quoth the eagle nevermore. That's a funky sky, I must say. It's like an acid trip. That's not even clouds. I don't even know what the hell's going on there. Jesus. Nevertheless, by defeating Storm Eagle, we got the Storm Tornado, and the Storm Tornado is a nifty little wind laser. I like to call it a wind laser. And it's very good at damaging enemies. It literally destroys almost everything you shoot at it. It's a very, very powerful technique. And now we are going to go back into weaknesses, chronological order, by taking on Flame Mammoth, who is weak against the Tornado. Flame Mammoth has a very awesome upgrade here, but you need the headbutt to get it, hence why I'm doing the order I'm doing. Oh yes, there's also something I forgot to mention. In the levels, they have these different qualities to them. If you didn't beat Chill Penguin, this level would have lava on the bottom there, and I'm walking on ice now because Chill Penguin is dead. Megaman X has this weird level system where, like, if you defeat certain robot masters, then the levels will actually be, like, affected somehow, and you're going to see in Spark Mandrill stage later, but, yeah. See, that's the only good thing the headbutt is for, finding this other Dr. Light capsule. Pretty fucked up. This will increase the capabilities of your X-Buster. You can use it to fire all types of weapons. Basically, this is increasing the charge of the X-Buster, and it also allows us to charge special weapons. Because if you thought special weapons had only one use, oh no, in this game, in this series rather, they have two uses. So we can charge up to a pink laser, and see, there's a Storm Tornado. Normal Storm Tornado, you know it and love it, but if I charge it, boom, different effect. Here's the Shock on Ice. Regular projectile attack, but if I charge it, boom, penguin board. So you get a whole bunch of different ways to attack thanks to having this X-Buster. And I would recommend picking it up. There's another heart tank, increases my health. Always fun, always fantastic. And we got mining robots throwing pickaxes at me. I don't know why, but okay. I don't even know what this place is supposed to be. It would appear to be a steel mill or something, but I don't know. I don't know how the world works in the year 21XX. Oh yes, and there's the Metools. We all love Metools, don't we? From the classic series. And there's a sub-tank. Jesus, I'm just blowing through this game. The X series is definitely harder than the classic series, but it's always the most satisfying when you're kicking ass at it. When you kick ass in the classic series, it's good, but when you kick ass in the X series, oh, you feel like a god. You're just like, fucking right, look at me go. But anywho, that's gonna be later. Stay tuned for part 3. Yeah, just stay tuned. And welcome to part 3 of Mega Man X. We're still going through Flame Mammoth stage, and he's a giant elephant. I have nothing to say about that. I apologize. These, I guess they're, successors to the Bazooka Joe, or where the fuck their name is. And they have a shield, they shoot a chain, and when the chain comes back, they put their shield back up. Luckily, you can stand where the chain is and not get hurt, but of course, if the ball comes back, jump out of the way. And now we've reached Flame Mammoth himself. So this whole boss fight takes place on a conveyor belt, and it always seems to be moving in his direction. He loves to jump around, and when he does, he hits the ground, creates his big effect, and yeah, it's not very fun. Luckily though, the Tornado Blast takes him out pretty damn easily. Just keep spamming it, and he doesn't really jump that much, so he'll always be on the conveyor belt, and it's not too much of a problem. Flame Mammoth is a pussy. Something I don't get enough of. But enough about my problems. This is Fire Wave. Now we can shoot flamethrowers. And it's good for, melee attacks. It's good for close quarters combat, I suppose. But not much else. Anyway, this is Spark Mandrill. Spark Mandrill is weak against the shotgun ice, so we're actually going back in the order that I started from the get-go. Now, originally, this level is all bright, and it's lit up, and it's all swell and great, and, unfortunately, I decided to take out Storm Eagle, and because I took out Storm Eagle, the level continuously flashes on and off, and I don't care for it. I don't care for it at all. Yeah, I guess I should have taken on Spark Mandrill first, but, I could still manage this level without it. This is one of the times where sometimes the levels aren't good because you beat a certain robot before you beat the other one, Like you beat Chill Penguin before you fight Flame Mammoth. Oh good, ice! Now I don't have to worry about lava. But this one, oh, we're gonna take away your fucking lights. In what way is Storm Eagle responsible for that? Is Storm Eagle a lighting technician? Is that it? I must have missed that part. Anyway, this mini-boss is rather powerful and he can hurt you pretty bad if he runs into you enough. And he's basically just a giant water bubble who loves to hang to the ceiling, and every now and then he'll drop down. He shoots projectiles, and they're fairly easy to dodge. And he loves to shoot water that you can stick to, and that's not fun. This is pretty much the only reason why I took Storm Eagle first and not this level last, because sometimes when I fight this guy, he does bounce into me and he does kill me pretty badly. So I wanted to have more heart tanks, I wanted to have more preparation before I fought this guy, but clearly I didn't need it since he didn't even hit me this time. So that's my advice to you. You can still, I would advise doing Spark Mandrill before Storm Eagle, even though I seem to do otherwise. I don't know why. I wasn't preparing, okay? I didn't plan ahead. I'm crying a lot. Oh well. But yeah, the lights flickering on and off really bugged the fuck out of me. Especially since we're coming up to a heart tank that it really helps to see where you are in the ledges. Otherwise, it's really freaking annoying to get it. Basically, when I mentioned with the dash, you can also jump off of walls really great. And so this is the only way you're going to reach the heart tank. You have to do a dash jump and manage to climb the wall like that. Luckily, I managed to get it right when the light was on, so you can clearly see what I did, but regardless, you need dash to get it, and you have to be good at dash jumps. Now, originally, I thought dash jumping was like you had to push forward, then jump, which is really tedious and really annoying to do, and I would not recommend doing that. But actually, the dash button is also on the right button, the A button, I believe. I think. I believe it's the A button. I don't remember the Super Nintendo controller that well. But, use A and the jump button at the same time, and you should dash off pretty good. And I've been using that two-button combo for a lot. Not just walls, but it's great for, jumping around, maneuvering. I've been playing Mega Man X4, and Magma Dragoon stage, oh, dash jumping is a fucking god. A godly weapon in that place. But anywho, Here's Spark Mandrill. He's looking against the shotgun ice. You freeze him, he unthaws, he tries to do shit, but then I just keep freezing him. So, I don't think a strategy is really needed here. The only thing I'll say is that sometimes when he thaws, he can get a move in, and he might shoot lasers, which will go along the ground, up the wall, and then up the ceiling. So don't stick too close to the wall, because you might get hit. But other than that, Spark Mandrill, also a flaming pussy. Yeah. Ho Mavericks, when will you learn? So now I got Electric Spark. Electric Spark is exactly as it sounds. You shoot electric sparks. Whoa, crazy concept. And it's effective against it's really effective against this Maverick we're taking on next. And he is Armored Armadillo. Armored Armadillo stage is the best stage for gathering up energy for your sub-tanks. Because like I said before, you need a full health bar in order to collect energy for your sub-tanks. And this place is easy not to get hit, and there's so many enemies in this place that are one-shot kills, whatever. But they're one-shot kills, and they're great for collecting health here. So if you ever need to fill up your sub-tanks, Armored Armadillo stage is the way to be. Not to mention you'll be playing this stage a lot if you want to get the super secret special ability, which I'm not going to show yet, but we'll get there when we get there. All I'll say is it involves a guy in a weird suit. The place is filled with Met Tools and bats, and the bats are all one-shot. Met Tools, of course, like they were in the classic series, they only pop up when their helmet's up. Or they only pop up every now and then, and you can shoot them in the face, and that's about it. The flamethrower is great for taking out those drilling enemies, and the reason I took out the drilling enemies is because they love to, like, make cave-ins and destroy walls that you can climb up. And if we're gonna get a certain sub-tank, well, not a sub-tank, but a heart tank, we gotta kill the next one really quickly. And the flamethrower is awesome at killing them quickly, so, you know. That's why I'm killing these things with the flamethrower. Other than that, though, the stage is pretty basic. It's just a giant mine. Spikes still kill Mega Man X like they did the classic Mega Man, so they're one-hit kills. Be weary of that. Never touch spikes. Spikes are evil. You'd think Dr. Light would have, like, upgraded that part. Let's see, I built an energy equalizer. He's much more faster, much more stronger, and he can feel and think like a human being. Spikes? Oh, fuck it. What are the odd chance he'll run into spikes again? Oh, wait. Yeah. But there's our head tank. If you didn't destroy the driller, he'll cave the walls in, and that's how you get up. So, yeah. Don't worry too much about riding these carts. As long as you stay put and keep shooting, you shouldn't be in too much trouble. And that's about it. Let's take out Armored Armadillo. Also, I wanted to show off the charging techniques for the Spark Shock. Creates a wall of electricity, and the flamethrower creates a flame wave that goes along the ground. Very useful, I suppose. Well, I don't find it useful, but whatever. Here's Armored Armadillo, and you need Electric Shock to beat this guy. I'm not saying it's mandatory, but shit does it help. By using Electric Shock, you destroy his spike shell, and that way you can damage him a lot better than if he didn't have his shell. Like, you only have so many open attacks when he does have the shell. And even then, with his weakness, I'm still getting my ass kicked. I don't know why. But just keep shooting when he shoots. Like, jump over his shots, take a shot. And when he rolls around, hopefully you know where he's going. I clearly did not, and it hurts like shit. The thing that sucks about the X series, you never start off with full health. You have to find all the heart tanks. So the Mavericks can really rape your shit if you're not prepared for them. Nevertheless, we get Rolling Shield and we can shoot a giant bubble at people. And if we charge it up, we can create a shield for ourselves to protect us from attacks, which is always swell. See you in Part 4. And welcome to part 4 of Mega Man X. And now we're taking on Launch Octopus. His stage is probably my least favorite stage of the whole game. It just seems to drag on a long freaking time. And I don't care for it. It's your typical underwater stage, and like the classic series, Mega Man can jump higher underwater. I don't know why, I don't know how. I really don't get the physics of the Mega Man universe. You'd think a heavy piece of metal like Mega Man X would make him, oh, I don't know, heavier, but I guess not. This mini-boss is rather annoying. I always destroy this eyeball on the top there at first. I forget what it does. I think it, like, homes in on you and then it shoots a laser or something. I've been playing this game so long and I always destroy that the top piece, so I forget what it does. Nevertheless, it's pretty easy to fight. The hook arrow things that it shoots at you are rather hard to dodge, but they don't do too much damage, so I wouldn't worry about them too much. These fish will try to suck you in, but they won't damage you when they suck you in, at least not for a while, and it's plenty of time to open fire and blow the crap out of them to get yourself out of the fish, so they're not too bad either. This mini-boss can also suck you in and blow you away, so you gotta watch that, because you might just fall in spikes like I almost did. It's not safe. Not safe indeed. Anyway, the Heart Tank is really well hidden in Launch Octopus's stage, so we're gonna head for the second whirlpool here and climb on top of the boat that is on top of the water here. Now blow the shit out of it. Just shoot the blinking jewel and, you know, lay waste to this somewhat submarine boat thing. Do the Maverick Hunters really need boats and stuff? Well, I guess they do. But regardless, you destroy the boat, it collapses, it plows through the actual ground, and it
ワンピースを手に入れて海賊王に俺はなる。乗り越えるたび貫きかめるぜ。明日もさっても熱く激しいワクワクの連鎖だぜ。そうさ Shiny Running Forever 好奇心に任せて思いのまま目指す場所へ。それがあのレンジャー。いくつ Shiny Running Forever 心の地図広げて力を秘めた絆はきっと夢の果て掴み取る。 Never 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 stopping We have the one go ahead。
かつてこの世の全てを手に入れた伝説の海賊王ゴールド・ロジャー。彼の死に際に放った一言は人々を海へと駆り立てた。
俺の財宝か。欲しけりゃくれてやる。探せ。この世の全てをそこに置いてきた。
人々はロマンを追い求める。世はまさに大海賊時代。
You need a website. Why not do it yourself? With Wix, you can create your own professional website. Choose from hundreds